Before you spend that ordinary-looking Lincoln Memorial cent, take a closer look, because some coins that appear completely normal have been discussed by collectors due to unusual mint details, rare die variations, and exceptionally preserved condition. And many people unknowingly spend these coins every day without realizing they might have interesting collector features. Today we are looking at 4 Lincoln Memorial cents that collectors often check carefully. 1975 D, 1982 Copper Plated Zinc, 1979, and 1978, and each of these coins has small details that can make them interesting for coin collectors, so watch until the end. Welcome back to the channel US Coin Value, where we explore hidden details in US coins, collector discussions, mint errors, and the fascinating world of coin collecting. And our goal is to share educational information so you can better understand the coins you may already have at home. Let's start with the first coin, the USA Lincoln Memorial Cent 1975 D, which was produced at the Denver Mint and carries the D Mint mark. And although millions of these coins were produced, collectors sometimes check them carefully because certain examples may show die cracks, strike variations, or small off-center strikes that occurred during the minting process. When the minting die experiences stress or small imperfections, unusual lines or small differences in the design can appear on the coin, and collectors often inspect Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, and the Lincoln Memorial Building on the reverse to see how sharp the design details are. Because coins that remain in bright red, uncirculated condition with strong design detail can attract stronger collector interest compared to worn coins. The second coin is the USA Lincoln Memorial Cent 1982 Copper Plated Zinc. And the year 1982 is especially interesting in U.S. coin history because it was the transition year when the United States Mint changed the composition from mostly copper to copper-plated zinc, which resulted in several different varieties during the same year. Some coins were struck using the older copper composition while others used the new zinc core, and collectors sometimes examine these coins carefully for weight differences, mint mark variations, strike quality, and occasional doubling or die differences, making 1982 a fascinating year for coin collectors who enjoy identifying varieties and learning about the mint's production changes. The third coin is the USA Lincoln Memorial Cent 1979, which is another widely circulated coin, but still receives attention from collectors who study minting variations such as small die chips, minor doubling, and strike differences that may appear during production. A die chip occurs when a tiny piece of the die breaks away, leaving a small raised mark on the coin, and collectors also examine the surface luster, color, and overall preservation of the coin, because coins that retain their original red color and show minimal wear can be more desirable for collectors who prefer high-grade examples in their collections. The fourth coin is the USA Lincoln Memorial Cent 1978, which again looks like a very common coin, but may occasionally display minting characteristics such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or variations in strike pressure that affect how clearly the design appears. When a planchet is slightly misaligned during the striking process, the design may appear shifted from the center, creating an off-center strike that collectors often find interesting because it demonstrates how the minting process works. And collectors also study the sharpness of the Lincoln Memorial Building, the clarity of the lettering, and the brightness of the coin's original red color to determine how well the coin has been preserved over time. Coin collecting is a fascinating hobby because every coin carries history, design artistry, and a story about how it was made at the mint, and by carefully examining the coins you already have, you may learn more about minting techniques, varieties, and the details that collectors appreciate the most. Always remember that the actual value of any coin depends on factors such as condition, rarity, grading, and current collector demand in the market, and this video is intended for educational and informational purposes to help viewers better understand coin collecting and how to examine their coins more carefully.